training camp and how you prepare. And people seem to forget that there was this $10 million bounty put on Tyson's eye when they announced that the fight was going to be postponed. There was this deal, whoever pulled out the fight, the next fight, the rearranged fight, would have to pay $10 million from their purse. So there was that was really taken into consideration. And because he had a cut, he wasn't able to spar or prepare in the way he should have. And that affected him in the fight. Going into fights with cuts, it's nothing, you're trying to fool yourself. You're trying to convince yourself it's not a weakness, but it's there. It's there. Somewhere in your subconscious, you know that one punch could change this, one punch could end this. So you're always conscious of that vulnerability. Reflecting on the fight, I don't think it was Tyson at his best, which might sound a bit biased coming from me, but I know what he's capable of, and it wasn't a good performance by him. And having watched it back, and maybe Usyk by one round, but there wasn't a lot in it. First round you might give to Usyk, no, it might, just second round you can give it to him. The 3, 4, 5, 6, they're all Tyson's rounds. 7, close, 8, like, you're talking about the difference between one punch. And Tyson was quite comfortable up in that stage. Because you become so comfortable, and due to the lack of sparring, where you build up where you condition your concentration, comes off the ropes, and he's just a simple, like, just a momentary lapse, and he starts throwing this silly combination, and then he gets caught. And it changes the fight, it changes the momentum. And it changes the perception of everybody in the arena, the judges, the crowd, the fans at home watching. That's all people remember. That's the only highlight that's getting shown around and around the world since that fight's happened. What courage he shown, and what heart he shown. Not a lot of people would have got through that round. Not a lot of people. I know 99.9% of boxers wouldn't have survived that round, that punch. And he did. And arguably won 2 of the next rounds. I think he won round 12. Round 11 was quite close. Round 10 was close as well.
And those are the words of Andy Lee. Of course, he's the other guy in the corner with Tyson Fury, along with Sugar Hill Stewart, minus John Fury this time, and also the cousin of Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. He also trains Joseph Parker, along with many others. He was trained by Emmanuel Stewart. Okay, so he is inclined and engulfed in the Crunk's Gym way. Okay, so I can see why they would want Andy Lee in that corner. Hell, I would. And he did mention the $10 million bounty on Tyson's eye. Okay, now I want people to understand that if Tyson Fury would have postponed, he would have had to pay $10 million. Who the hell wants to pay $10 million to the other opponent? And that's why they didn't spar. So that's why Andy says that he's not or wasn't prepared like he could have been prepared. Okay. I'm going to say this, first of all, concerning that. The $10 million bounty deduction. I think if it wasn't for Tyson Fury doing what he did with Skills Challenge and the whole year of last year of 2023 dicking around, lying, doing this, doing that, saying this, saying that, postponing this altogether, I don't think that would have been that stringent. I don't think that overall fine would have been that high. I think Tyson Fury got himself in that situation because he was bullshitting. playing with the splits and demanding 70% and all this stupid stuff. Then after he accepted that, then he went on to something else. Well, what about the rematch? You know, like stuff like that was making people turn on Tyson because, see, remember, Tyson was supposed to have been retired. If you can remember, he was retired at the time. And because he was retired, he came back into the sport because of what? Because he wanted to right the wrong that Anthony Joshua did, losing to Usyk the second time in 2022. Okay, because in 2022, his last fight was supposed to have been who? Dillian White. Remember that? So it was supposed to have been Dillian White. So he beat Dillian White. He claimed that I'm going to retire due to knots on my neck and my back and behind my head by those blunt, damaging, violent blows from Deontay Wilder. Do you remember that? And he said, I'm going to retire after I fight Dillian White, after I give Dillian White his opportunity, because the poor bastard has been waiting 1,000 days. So he gave Dillian White the opportunity, him being interim champion, WBC, to fight him for the belt. After that win, after he knocked out Dillian White in the 6th round, breaking the record of 94,000, he said, peace to boxing. If you can remember that. Later that year, Joshua lost to Usyk, okay? And then Tyson comes back and says, hey, I got to do this for Great Britain. I got to do this for the UK. I got to pick up Anthony Joshua's slack. Okay, if you guys can remember, giving you a quick history lesson on why Tyson Fury decided to come back into the sport. But what he did, Usyk was like, no, I'm going to risk. I just fought AJ and defended my unified titles against AJ from taking them from AJ and then defending against AJ in the rematch. So I'm going to take a little break. Okay, well, what Tyson decided to do was he decided to offer Anthony Joshua, right, a fight after he just got beat. And he gave him Monday is the deadline, right? And he gave him that whole spiel. So then he ended up fighting Derek Chisora and didn't give him a deadline. Okay. Then 2023, he's supposed to fought Alexander Usyk. They dicked around. Okay. And they did that so long that people really questioned if Tyson really wanted to fight the dude, because the dude was like, okay, Tyson, I'll give you that. Let's get in the ring. Damn it. Let's go. Then there was something else. So saying all that to say this, it's Tyson's fault that he had a $10 million bounty on his head. That's his fault. You can only cry, little boy cry wolf so many times, people. Okay? So that being said, we have that issue. So if he couldn't spar, that's on him, because he wanted to make sure that cut stayed healed, which was smart. Okay? But that to say, with Tyson Fury, I think Tyson Fury knew that, hey, I'm in here with somebody that's more than meets the eye. Okay? So, back to Andy Lee. Andy Lee is a guy that definitely knows boxing, you know, and him taking that shot like he took, yeah, that's what he took, you know, and that's what he's supposed to took, you know what I mean? And if it wasn't really for the 9th round, you know, that fight would have been closer. I get it. But him saying that he will be more prepared this time, what that means is he should be prepared now. Since he's more prepared now, we have to see what he does now, because if he does about the same or Usyk still beats him, there will be no excuse that anybody, including his cousin Andy, John Fury, Sugar Hill Stewart, Tyson Fury, or anybody else has to say about it. Okay, so we will see what he's about since he's had the proper amount of sparring. And by the way, whose fault was that he got cut in the first place? His own. His own damn fault. Okay, and he was looking shitty in sparring, by the way. That dude was piecing him up. So, and we still don't know when it happened. They just gave us a clip of what they tried to sell us of when it happened. Okay. But yeah, I mean, here's the deal. Tyson Fury has to show us, because he has now been built up to be better, stronger, more prepared, more dedicated. Okay. And it's the pressure, and the eyes will be watching him tomorrow. But you guys tell me what you think of Andy Lee stating that Tyson Fury will be more prepared this time, had a $10 million bounty on that eye, therefore he couldn't spar. Now he can. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!